Hello and welcome to the unboxing of the Unplugged Performance Dirt and Snow Coilovers. I've really been looking forward to these. I ordered these back in September or November 2021. They said sold out on the website. I kept kind of getting emails saying, hey, they'd be ready in January, they'd be ready in February, they'd be ready in March. And finally, yes, it's May. And it's the end of May, and I do have the coilovers, so let's just take them out of the box and talk about them a bit. So let's go ahead and start. I'll pull one out the box and we'll check it out. All right, here is the this is a front coilover, dirt and snow coilover. Looks like there's kind of a dust cover here, but you do see the threads go quite high. I will actually need a tool to adjust this. It actually looks like there's two adjustments here. One for the spring seat and maybe one for the threaded sleeve into the base of the coilover. Little Unplugged sticker there. The paint looks really nice. I do see a dampening adjustment here on the top, and that is done with an Allen. There's no markings to say what type of dampening that's actually doing, if I'm tightening it, if the dampening's getting harder or softer. Might have to really just play around with that. Okay, so that's the front. Yeah, okay. So this is a spring for the front. Notice here that it's a Swift spring. And just have a number here, 100. I'm not exactly sure what that reference is, but there's also just an Unplugged sticker here. Flat bottom to meet the perch on the coilover. It's gonna just drop in just like this, and then the top of the strut, I believe we'll be using the factory strut mount there, but we'll see when we install it. All right, so that's the front, pretty nice. Oh, the kit does come with a tool and, okay, little dials that seem to indicate if you harder or softer. Looks like clockwise is going to go harder, counterclockwise it's going to go softer. This should actually bolt onto the, it's got a little Allen key here. It can bolt onto the top of the front strut, and then you can dampen the strut with hard or soft. And then you got your tools, of course. Okay, it looks like we do have some washers and a little explanation here onto where the washers go. This actually just show the washers going on a flat surface of the spring. Maybe that's for the rear, as the fronts only have one flat surface and the top is just the coil spring. So let's check it out. Check the rear out. All right, here's the rear, which looks really, really nice. You can see how high the threaded portion goes. I'm guessing that's the difference between these and the Lux coilovers, is that the threads are much higher. So you can actually lift the vehicle. Looks like there's some spots for a wrench to go on up here, and then I do have a hard and a soft dampening knurled adjuster up here, and the bolt. Yeah, that'll just go into the rear upper shock mount be bolted in, and looks pretty good. Do see a little hole in the body of the shock. I'm not exactly sure what that's for just yet, but I will find out. Oh, okay. So you can look through this hole and you can actually see that there's more threaded body to the shock. So this will also should unscrew, and you should be able to screw out the body of this shock even further to go high. All right, here's a rear spring and a rear spring seat. Those washers that I showed you earlier will go on the bottom here. Nice little rubber insert, maybe for NVH, noise, vibration, harshness, try to reduce that. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so you can adjust the spring seat height on the shock, or on the spring seat, and to match that you'll also have to adjust the height for the actual shock itself. Yeah, that's the entire kit. I actually don't see any instructions, so you're gonna have to actually have some experience installing a suspension if you want to do this yourself. If not, you can pay them to do it for you for, I believe it's $900, which is not too bad. I'm gonna do it myself, or at least attempt it. Hopefully I don't break anything, because I do have a small garage and a limited number of tools. I also, however, got some control arms, so I'll show you.
Yes.
All right, so if you're going to lift or lower a vehicle, you're going to have to adjust the camber of your suspension so that your tire doesn't wear on the inside or on the outside. Of course, if you're lowering a vehicle, you're going to pull the camber in. And if you're raising a vehicle, you'll pull the camber out on the wheel. So you're going to need a way to adjust that. And how to do that, Unplugged Performance offers this control arm replacement, which gives you the ability to either increase or decrease the camber on the rear. So this is a solution for the rear. The solution for the front is a bit more expensive. This is the front upper control arm. Basically the same concept. You're going to want to increase the camber as you raise the vehicle. Sorry, you're going to want to decrease. Let's think about this. Okay. So here's your control arm. Here's the stock ride height. Here's the strut. We're increasing the height of the strut. Your camber is actually getting pitched out. Yeah, so you're going to want to go more negative. If you lower a vehicle, this height here of the strut is going down. You're going to want to increase your camber more positive to bring it back to stock. Okay, so notice here, this is actually a fine piece of metal here. Feels great in your hand. It's got the Unplugged Performance logo here, but it also has a flippable ball joint, which is super cool. So right here it's just labeled track or street, but essentially what you can do is you can take these bolts out, just loosen these bolts, and you can flip the ball joint, and that will dramatically actually change the camber. We'll most likely be wanting to go more negative. Yeah, so this will work out just fine. All right, so that's all I have, and next video here, we'll be installing this mess. Thank you.